please, let's not embarrass ourselves. Let's not go out there and disgrace the Madridistas in the world in our first episode. Please. Let's put in a competent performance. Let's put in a winning performance. Bro, I'm not used to winning, okay? I'm not, bro. I'm not qualified to be in the position I'm in right now. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm punching above my weight, bro. I'm like a 2.5 and I'm here with a 10. It's mad. Real Madrid Club de Football, Los Blancos, Los Merengues, a team that is globally respected and considered the biggest in the world. But are they really? Now, you may think that is a stupid question because they have won 15 Champions Leagues, the most out of any other team. They have won 36 La Ligas, again, the most out of any other team. But there is one achievement they have never been able to accomplish in their 122-year history, which in fact, even their biggest rivals, Barcelona, have accomplished twice. And that is winning the treble. Not just winning a treble, not just winning 3 trophies in one season, but winning the treble, which is winning your main domestic cup, winning the top league in your country, and winning the main continental trophy in your continent, all within the same season. Now, that's where we step in. In FC 25, our first career mode on this channel will be us taking over Real Madrid with Carlo Anchelotti, and we have one chance to win the treble. We're only going to be here for one season, and we're going to throw all our eggs in that basket to see if we can finally win a treble for Real Madrid. Now, if you guys have watched my previous career modes, especially in FC 24, you'll know we have a tendency of not quite completing these challenges, not quite getting to the finish line, mainly because I get sacked. I had a Barcelona career mode in FC 24, got sacked in one season. I had a Nottingham Forest career mode in FC 24, got sacked in 2 seasons. Had a Newcastle United career mode, which ended in a very bizarre way where I ended up resigning. But this is a new time, yeah? A new game, a new team. We're ready to get involved in the victories, yeah? We're ready to get involved in lifting trophies, and nobody does it better than Real Madrid, and no manager does it better than Carlo Anchelotti, and that's who we'll be rubbing shoulders with to try to get this tremendous achievement done. Like I said, we only have one season to do this, and this is going to go one of 2 ways. It's either going to end with us lifting 3 trophies at the end, or it's going to go with me getting sacked and us not even completing the season. This is Real Madrid. It is a pressure job. Now, I am very excited to be doing this career mode for you guys. And if you guys are as well and you're going to enjoy it, please do drop a like on it and subscribe as well. Also, let me know in the comments if you actually think we can get this done. And now, there are tons of settings when you set up career mode in FC 25 that we're just going to quickly go through right now just to show you guys exactly how we're going to set up this tremendous challenge. We're going to disable the first transfer window firstly because Madrid have made so many transfers. They have such an amazing team. There really is no need. So they're going to disable the transfer window also to keep the realism in there. Scouting will be on, training plans will be on, the difficulty will be on world class, legendary, and ultimate. We use 3 difficulties on career mode, which I'll explain as we go through career mode so you guys can know when we use which one. We're going to disable the financial takeover, and the board expectations we're going to keep on strict. You can have it on no sacking, lenient, strict, or harsh. We're going to have it on strict and not harsh because we believe Carlo deserves a bit of credit. You know, he's won so many trophies, not just in his career, but for Madrid themselves. So we're not going to have it quite on harsh. If it was like some kind of novice, we'd have it on harsh because, like I said, this is the biggest job in club football, but we're going to have it on strict for now. You saw the match settings. In terms of the simulation gameplay, we have a set of sliders that we use. Apparently, every time you set up a career mode, you have to do the sliders again. It doesn't just carry over between career modes or between kickoff and career mode. So I won't show you guys all the sliders now. We have a video if you guys want to check out the sliders that I use. You can check that out. Now, training plans will be on. Training plan recovery rate. I like this. You can have it on light. You can have it on realistic. I guess you can also have it on default. We're going to have it on realistic, okay? We want players to take time to recover. If you're overtraining them, for it to be reflected in the game, in their fatigue, and in their sharpness as well. Training plan availability, we're going to have it as a combination of manual and automated. This is only going to be one season, so it's not going to be really focused on us developing players. Most of the players at this team are very developed and they're in their prime or close to their prime, right? So Yeah, we're going to have it as a combination of manual and automated. Playing, training, drills, we're not going to be doing that. That's not going to be of significance to us. And then development rate of seniors is another feature that I like that they've added. You can have it on slow, normal, or fast. Again, depending on which kind of career mode save you're planning on doing. If you're going to do like a road to glory or a very long career mode, you can have it on slow so that your players are not all 90 rated after 3 seasons. You can do it that way. We're going to have the development of both senior players and youth players on normal so that we don't have everybody on 90 rated by January as well. So we're not going to have it on fast. There are further transfer and scouting options here. Transfer approaches will have it on strict just to make it more difficult to sign players, if we will actually sign anybody, because we're only going to have that January transfer window to potentially add on, well, if we're still here firstly, but to potentially add on and aid in us trying to chase this treble. The scouting will be on, searching players will be on, and the scouting speed of star players, I like that they've separated the star players and general players, because it makes sense for us to know more about star players or to know about star players quicker than general players, which we may not know of at all, right? So I think the star players should be scouted quicker than the general players. So we'll have the speed of scouting star players on normal, and we'll have the scouting speed of general players on slow. Just trying to simulate that thing of it's players you don't really know of, they aren't some of the best in the world, so you may need to take longer to get more information on them. Another addition that I really like. And then the last general settings, they already said board expectations will be on strict. We're not going to have international job offers only here for 1 season, and we don't want any distractions. Fully focused on Los Merengues. Yeah, European competitions will of course be on because we want that Champions League trophy. No financial takeover, and the currency will be in euros. So loads of settings to set up before career mode. Now the board expectations. Firstly, we have a youth development one. I like that the significance of it is on low, because I am not going to be looking at youth all that much, specifically in this career mode. All about the trophies. Brand exposure, they want us to sign 3 players from Europe, and they want us to get 10 goals with at least 1 goal scored away from home. I think we should be able to do that with the firepower Real Madrid have. Financial takeover within 3 seasons, increase your club worth by 25% through player sales, competition prize money, and rewards. I don't think that's really gonna matter because we're not gonna be here for 3 seasons. Domestic, this is where the big stuff come in. Win the league, win the cup, and of course Continental, win the Champions League. Both are critical, and they are critical for me because it will determine whether we have passed and successfully completed this challenge or we have failed. It's pretty black and white. There's no gray area. We're coming for those main 3 trophies. Of course, there is the Spanish Super Cup in there. Of course, there is the UEFA Super Cup in there, which will actually come in this very episode. So, ideally, we want to win all 5 trophies, but this is the squad. This is what the potential history makers will look like. Yeah, the team that may potentially lead Real Madrid to their first ever treble. Like, imagine being part of Madrid, yeah, and knowing there's something they have never accomplished and you could be part of that. I mean, squads that had guys like Figo and Ronaldo and Zidane could not do that. Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo, none of them could do that, yeah. And for us to be able to get that achievement in the bag would be something very, very special. So that's the team. Let's see if we can actually go on to get this done. Just gonna quickly go through the youth squad because of course there are youth players in the academy as well. I've said multiple times already that we're not going to focus too much on youth here just because it's such a short-term career mode save and such a short-term vision for what we're trying to do just here for 1 season. But if there are injuries in the team, if there is like an opening, a chance may come along. If there's somebody that's really impressing in the youth, we may call them up, but that's how the current youth setup is looking. And we're going to bring in some coaches here as well. Now, firstly, we have Rafa Ayala, who is the head attacking coach. We have Jose Menendez, who is the head midfield coach. You'll see I only have 1 coach in each department because I don't like to overdo it in the first season. We have Xavi Ortiz, who is a bit less experienced, not as good, but we believe in him. He'll come in, there's the head defensive coach, and then we have Samuel Lopez, who is the head goalkeeping coach. I like hiring one coach per season, per department. So if we're going to go for the second season, we're going to have 2 coaches in each department, so on and so forth, so that we don't develop players way too quickly. And then I like that you can set up the training plans. This way we can set thresholds so that it kinda does it for you. This is where you have the semi-automatic, semi-manual thing about it. You can have both of them as well, just depending on what you want to do. So we're going to have it slightly automated here. So we're going to go for all-out performance, and the threshold will be on 40. For performance focused, it will be 60. And then all-out energy again 40, and energy focused is 60. It just basically means which one will kick in depending on the sharpness or depending on the fitness of your player. So those thresholds are very much important, or you can go in and do it manually yourself. These are the development plans we have set for the players. And one thing I noticed is each plan you set, apart from the ones that change positions, either improve a player's weak foot or they improve their skill moves. And if you guys have watched my previous career months, that's one thing I don't like doing. I don't like changing players' weak foot or skill moves because I want to keep that authentic. I want to improve their passing, their dribbling, their shooting, but not to change those 2 aspects. So most of these guys will be unbalanced, and I think until that's something that's changed potentially in an update, which I doubt it will be, I'm mostly going to use balance, except for the players that already have a 5-star weak foot or a 5-star skill moves. Then I'll use that plan, which means nothing will really change in terms of those 2 stuff that I don't want to change, right? You can of course develop them into other positions, which will change the attributes up a bit, but yeah, most of them will be unbalanced because I never want to touch those 2 aspects. Now, the tactical preset will be standard. We're not going to fully commit to any specific one because I don't think Real Madrid generally do. They can play any kind of way depending on the opposition. They're one of the last teams, honestly, in football right now that don't have a specific style of play. It's very old school. It's very much reliant on your individual players, very much playing to the strength of your players as well, which I really like. And this is how the roles have been set up. We have Courtois on sweeper keeper. We have David Alaba on ball playing defender because he's very good at passing. Over at Rudiger, we just have defender. Yeah, nothing else, nothing pretty. Don't be silky, bro. Just be there to clap cardons. And that's what Antonio Rudiger does best. So that's the player role we have set for him. Mendy will be full back on balanced, so not completely going forward, complete defensive, more like that traditional fullback, you know, and I think he'll be good at that role. For now, we have Dani Carvajal on false back, again balanced, so he'll be inverting more into the midfield to take up those central areas when we attack. Aurelien Tchouameni will just be a holding midfielder, nothing too fancy about him as well. He'll just be staying back. He'll be making sure that when the other 2 midfielders potentially get forward, he covers the spaces there, protect that defense as well. For now, we have Jude Bellingham as a playmaker on the attack to very much get involved in the final third, to make runs into the box, to play those final passes, so on and so forth. And then we have Federico Valverde on playmaker, but he is on a roaming playmaker role, so he'll be picking up all the space everywhere, which is what he does. He's just going to be, bro, just run, just run, cover space, play passes. Yeah, listen, in terms of the balance of the team, we're not really going to know for sure until we get into the games, and, you know, probably going to take us maybe 5 to 10 games within the season for us to know a specific way of playing, a tried and tested method of playing, because we're also not going to go through preseason. We're going straight into the action. Yeah? And of course, every game is going to be very much important because of what we want to achieve. Rodrigo is currently on inside forward, but I am not sure about that one, to be honest. Specifically because Carvajal will be a false back, so he'll be going into the midfield. And if Rodrigo is also an inside forward cutting inside, who is really gonna go wide on the right is one thing I'm wondering. But for now, we'll leave him on inside forward. Kylian Mbappe is on an advanced forward, and he is complete instead of attack. You know, you can read the little description that basically complete means he's not going to be just central. Advanced forward is a player that's going to make runs in behind, look to, you know, getting behind the defense and stuff. But complete means he can move out left, move out right. You know, he's not going to be completely central all the time. Vinicius Jr., of course, inside forward, cutting in on his favorite right foot, and we have him on balance. Now, you can have it either on balance or on attack or so on. If it's on balance for the wingers, they'll come back and track back. If it's on attack, they're not coming back to track back. So, yeah. Again, Rodrigo, still not sure about him, but we're going to leave it on inside forward for now. And this is how the team will look with the ball. So you'll see there Carvajal more central. You'll see Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. are now closer to Mbappe. And yeah, that's the concern I have on the right-hand side with Carvajal coming inside and Rodrigo coming inside. I hope it doesn't get exposed, the space over there. But we'll see what we can do with that. Now, with everything set up, let's actually get into some football, some action. Yeah, UEFA Super Cup final action as last season's Champions League winners, your boys, take on last season's Europa League winners, Atalanta or Bergamo Calcio. They're playing a 3-4-2-1 formation, which is very much awkward and Italian. Playing a tiki-taka style of play, looking to keep the ball more than us, looking to be patient in their build-up and really play through us through passing. But this is the beauty in being very versatile in your approach or having the standard preset. We can let them do that and still be effective on counterattacks. This preset very much means we can adapt tactically to each game as it comes. So we can let them have the ball and we'll be like, hey, watch this. Yeah, Mbappe on the counter, Vinny on the counter, Rodrigo, oh bro. Yeah, or we can be like, nah, we want the ball because we have the players to do that as well. We still have a Luka Modric in there. We still have a Bellingham, that midfield that can really keep the ball. Chouameni as well. So yeah, it can go either way. Very excited to see how this game goes, but more importantly, we need the trophy in the bag. Do you feel you're suitably prepared to face Mario Pasalic? What? Are you suggesting Alaba should be worried, bro? That's what you're saying? Alaba's a guy. He's a real guy, but he should be humble as well because we still want to win this trophy. Mbappe seems a good fit for the advanced forward role. Oh, he is the perfect fit for that advanced forward role. We have him at advanced forward for now, but the beauty about this is with a guy like Jude Bellingham, which is something I thought of, we can play him as a striker, we can play him as like a false nine, we can play him as like a second striker, and we can have Mbappe come in from the wing, we can have Vinicius on the other wing, we can play things around. Bro, there's so much firepower in the Real Madrid attack that you can prepare for any situation. But for now, we have Mbappe as the advanced forward, Vinicius on the left, and Rodrigo, of course, on the right. The right-hand side is the one that I'm not sure in terms of what to do exactly. And to be honest, it's something that I'm like, if we are absolutely gonna buy someone, it may be a right winger, preferably a left-footed right winger, because if we're playing inside forwards, really, Mbappe can play on the right or center. Vinicius can play, the left or center. Vinicius can play on the left. Rodrigo can play on the left. So, yeah, hopefully we're not forced into that situation, but it's just a thought that crossed my mind while we were setting up the tactics. But here we are, working out to contend for the first trophy available this season. Dani Carvajal leads out Los Merengues, and he'll be looking to pick up the trophy by the end of this episode. Please, let's not embarrass ourselves. Let's not go out there and disgrace the Madristas in the world in our first episode. Please! Let's put in a competent performance. Let's put in a winning performance. Bro, I'm not used to winning, okay? I'm not, bro. I'm not qualified to be in the position I'm in right now. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm punching above my weight, bro. I'm like a 2.5 and I'm here with a 10. It's mad. But somehow we're here, Funny how life works. You get thrown a bone once in a while and we're rubbing shoulders with Carlo Anchelotti in Real Madrid. Bro, I'm very much looking forward to this. Let's pick up a trophy, boys. There's the man, Adamalo Lukman. He scored a hat-trick, I believe, in the Europa League final, so he's a guy to look out for. Oh, but we have Toby Rudiger. Oh, bro. We have Courtois in goal. Mendy, Alaba, Rudiger, and Carvajal at the back. Of course, the midfield is Aurelien Chouameni, Federico Valverde, and Jude Bellingham. 4-3-3 formation. Vinny on the left, Rodrigo on the right, and Kylian, the new boy, through the middle. Maybe I should take a more calm approach here at Madrid. Be less animated. Learn from the Don. Raise an eyebrow once in a while. But that's the extent of don't lose my mind. Don't be screaming and shouting, getting emotional. Be calm, nerves of steel. 95th minute, 3-0 down, and you're like, the boys got this. That will be difficult to do. Bergamo Calcio, Carnasecchi in goal. We have Kolasinac, Kusunu, and Toloi at the back. Zappacosta, Edison, Pasalic, the man they pointed out as the danger man in the press conference, and Quadrado over on the right. Zaniolo and Getalar play behind Admola Lukman That's a good team. That's a good team. There's Tony Rudiger looking mean as always. And there's Kylian Mbappe. Can he get off the mark in his first competitive game for Real Madrid? Let's see how we get on. You can see Carvajal already basically in the midfield because of the role we gave him. So it even adds more players to that midfield. So when Bellingham really gets forward to join the attack, Dani Carvajal will basically be like a right centre mid. And here is Jude Bellingham. I have a feeling you'll see him and Carvajal rotate quite a lot in the role we've given Dani Carvajal. What a ball that is! And breaks to Vini Jr., who hits it off the post. He recollects. Ball out to Bellingham and saved by Karnaseki. Good start to the game, 5 minutes in, a couple of chances. That's too many. To Jude Bellingham. Dani Carvajal to Federico Valverde. We're having more of the ball than we thought we potentially would. But still only 12 minutes in. Atalanta staying compact, not being too aggressive. They are forcing us back at times, but they've mainly been very much reserved. Oh, what a run that is there by Dani Carvajal over there towards Vinicius Junior. 14 minutes in, we get the breakthrough. Vini Jr. Fantastic play by our captain. Picks the ball up in the midfield, gives it to Jude. We mentioned those two are going to be interchanging quite a lot within a game, and they did right there. Bellingham was basically in a right back position, playing it into Carvajal, who was breaking through the middle of the field, and he finds Vini Jr. at the back post for a tap in. Fantastic start to life here at Madrid. Ball out wide to the left. Fantastic pass in there towards Vini Jr. again in the box, looking very dangerous. Ball back wide here too, already into a mini from range. Saved by the keeper. And we have a corner. A very dominant opening spell to the game here. 20 minutes in, it's been all Madrid. Rodrigo! That was towards Kylian. He couldn't control the follow-up. I'm liking this. First real chance for Atalanta to have some of the ball here, but we're still pressing them. Trying to win it back up high. Oh, and here's Lookman against Antonio Rudiger. Kept him quiet. Kept him quiet all half. David Alaba to Valverde, 5 minutes from halftime. Oh, good pass there to play it into Chouameni, but Chouameni looked to go back on his right, but lost it in that moment. Here come Atalanta now. Their first opportunity to get forward and maybe trouble our defense here. Close to halftime. Let's not switch off now. Let's not switch off now. Breaking into the box. Breaking into the box. Good block by Alaba. And here's Dani Carvajal. That's a poor pass. He tried to find Rodrigo out on the right hand side. Instead, he found the stands. A bit of a nervy finish to the half here from us, but just like that position there. And they played into the box, moving it around. This is the best football Atalanta have played all game, and Thibaut Courtois is called into action, and there's halftime. We've had a very dominant half of football. Basically played well for about 40 minutes, and in the last 5, Atalanta really came to life. A bit of a sus ending to that half, but all in all, it's been good, and we have a lead. Kylian Mbappe, though, has not been too involved in the action. Here's Rudiger on the ball. Plays it down to the left here to Mendy. You've seen Mendy is not really getting too far forward, but that is due to the instructions we have given him. Oh, Mbappe, they're linking up with Vinicius Jr. very well, and Kylian Mbappe looking to spring into life. He did. But Karnaseki sprung to his left-hand side to make the save. We're actually going to make a change. We're going to bring off Federico Valverde and bring on Luka Modric. Actually going to set up Luka Modric to be a deep-lying playmaker to create chances, but from a deeper position where he doesn't really have to get forward. So he can stay back, potentially like a few long balls, some defense splitting passes, and we're going to change Rodrigo from inside forward to winger for him to stay wide, because yeah, we are experiencing that problem where there's nobody holding the width on the right hand side. So Rodrigo will do that. Uncle Luca is on in the midfield. Let's see if this will help us go on to get that second goal, which with 15 minutes left on the clock will really put us in good stead to win the Super Cup here today. Here is Tchouaméni to Modric. Oh, Modric, first touch on the ball here. First real involvement from Luka Modric. Luka Modric already splits the defense to Kylian! That's what we were looking for. 2-0 Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe first goal. In the white of the Los Blancos. Luka Modric coming on. First involvement. He just came on. First touch of the game, and we're 2-0 up. Talk about impact. At what, 39 years old? He still has it, bro. He still very much still has it. We're actually going to take off Mbappe here and bring on Endrick towards the end of the game. Give him his debut. Give him a chance. See what he can do. Tackle there Modric, but he seems to be fine. As Vinny Jr. Getting up the ball, looking to run at a couple of players, but opts to go for Modric. Modric again from a deeper position, looking to create, and he does! What a ball that is. Perfectly timed pass, perfectly timed run from Jude Bellingham. He just heads it wide, and finally Endrick is coming on. I don't think he's even going to get to touch the ball, but he touched the grass. He was on the field when Real Madrid won the UEFA Super Cup, and that's exactly what we have done. A 2-0 victory in our first game here at Real Madrid, and our first trophy in the bag. Vinicius Jr. in the 15th minute, Kylian Mbappe in the 77th makes it 2-0 to Madrid, and Luka Modric coming on really changed the game. Created two massive chances, one that Bellingham also should have taken to make it 3-0, but that's the impact of the bench Madrid have. That's the squad they have. Anybody can come on and genuinely contribute. There's not just anybody just there, bro, chilling for the vibes. No, you're part of the team. You bring something of value. And we're bringing back the UEFA Super Cup trophy to the Santiago Bernabeu as Dani Carvajal lifts that up in the air. Is that the first of what? 5 trophies? There is the UEFA Super Cup, there's the Spanish Super Cup, then there's the treble that we're trying to win, which is the Copa del Rey, the League, and the Champions League. We're going to try to win all 5 trophies. Of course, we have the main 3 that we're going for, but we already have one. We already have one in the bag, which, I mean, typically you'd say winning that first trophy gives you the taste of glory and you want to go on and win more. But whereas Real Madrid, they do this every day, you know. These men can turn up half drunk with like 30 minutes of sleep, you know, running off of a Red Bull and crack, and they can still play Dons of the Park. But there is Don Carlo, another trophy in the bag. You see, there's no expression. There's, bro, it's like, hey man, another day at the office, you know. For me, that's still very much new. But we played very well, very dominant in the beginning of the game, created some chances. Vinicius Jr. was very much involved. I'd say Rodrigo overall was the more quiet of the front 3 throughout the whole game. But yeah, in the first half, Vinicius was very much involved. Dani Carvajal was linking up with Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham not really involved in the final third as much as we would have liked him to, but still contributed well to the team. Everybody played well. Rudiger and Alaba were very good at the back. I like David Alaba ahead of Eder Militao, mainly because of his ball-playing abilities and the fact that he really complements Rudiger so well. The one is the more physical, no-nonsense defender. The one is the ball player that can help him build up, and is very technical. So I like that partnership as well. Eder Militao will feature here and there, but yeah, really like that. And then in the second half, bro, when Modric came on, the game was a wrap. So very well done there, boys. The man of the match was actually Vinicius Jr. and there he is posing with his award. Of course, he got that first goal for us in the game. And there is Kylian Mbappe posing with the trophy, the man who got us the second goal in the game, posted there by Marca. Yeah, hashtag we are number one. Oh, I like that. I like the social media stuff as well. But this is how our season starts. We kick things off away from home against Mallorca in La Liga. Then we have Real Valladolid. I think that's Real Valladolid. I could be wrong, but I think that's Real Valladolid at home. And then we have Las Palmas, and then we round off the next episode with Real Betis. And after that, we have games against Sociedad, first Champions League game against Stuttgart. The Madrid derby is not too far away on the 29th against Atleti. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this episode. Are you guys excited about this series? A good start, right? We have a trophy. Listen, most of you guys call me a bottler, yeah? You call me a Don the Tooks. And to a degree, it's true. But I've come here to learn. I've come here to sit under the learning tree of Carlo Anchelotti and have some of that gold dust forward me, yeah? Maybe we can go on to do better things after this. But for now, Madrid, and for now, a big challenge ahead of us. Like the video, comment, subscribe, up and get you Krusher, and I'll see you guys next time.